So, this is my lawns. I have 3 lawns. You can see my Luba is in its base in the RTK station. I have one big lawn and I have 2 small lawns in the front of the house. The house is in between these 3 lawns. Okay, I just pressed them. I can unpress them. Boom. So, I touched the control there. If I want to control my Luba now, it's advising me to do it manual from the base. So you can either say, I don't care, I want to do it myself, or you can use automatic pile down. I'll try that now. Now you can see the Luba starts moving, and the Luba is out of the base. Okay, then we can control it like a race car. You can see it's moving. And I can turn it. And I can turn it around. And again. Okay, let's go over some of the buttons here. Again, the notification log is just what happened lately. You can see if lift sensor triggered, poor positioning status, and task ends when you have mowed the lawn. And you have a task record here. You can press that. You can see my cutting height was 70 millimeters. That was a mistake. I forgot to change it. It's always 70 at the start. My work area 243 square meters. I manually triggered this task. It wasn't scheduled, and it's 100% finished, and it took 69 minutes. Over here you can see your connectivity. As you see in the top, my Bluetooth quality is quite bad right now. I need to get closer to my Luba to get good quality. The satellites, it changes all the time. It's just how many satellites the Luba connect to. The positioning status, that's very important. It has to be 4 at all times. If it's 5 or if it's 2, 3, then the Luba isn't working properly. So you need to get out in the sky, free sky, no trees, no buildings around if you want to have your Luba working properly. So 4 at all times. Connection to reference station, that has to say fine, it does, and precision needs to be fine. These can change while moving. That doesn't mean that it's going to go bad for the task you are doing. But they have to go back to position status 4 and fine in connection to reference stations and fine in precision. Okay. Then you have your battery level up here as well, 100%. And here you have some settings. You can see it's app settings and Luba settings. The app settings, the guide, I have enabled that. It just like let's say beginner tips and tricks that will pop up once in a while. This is the upper limits speed for controlling the Luba. You can see here. Maybe not so easy to see in the app, but the Luba is moving quite fast now. 1.2 meters per second. This is especially good to change if you are setting up your lawns, because it can be hard to make a turn like here at 1.2 meters per second. If you're not using metric, you can go imperial. And that's it for app settings. Here you can relocate your charging center. Let's see here. I got my charging station here. If I wanted to move it down here, I needed to relocate it. You can set your Luba to not mow on rainy days. You can delete your maps. If I press confirm, then it deletes all my maps, then I have to do it all over again. You can turn on lights on the Luba. I can't see why that's necessary unless you are mowing at night. And then you have your RTK pairing code. This is automated. I don't need to change that. This is quite important. Recharge route. Let's say the Luba was in this area and need to go by the road home. This is the road, the path between areas, and it goes into this area. If it would follow the boundary around, it has to make a lot of turns. If you use direct route, it will go a little bit further, but not use as many turns. If you have a very big lawn or you are not sure where did I put my Luba, press here and it will center the Luba. This last button I would like to wait for that because now we are going to start mowing. You press an area simply by clicking it. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. I'll zoom out a bit. If we press mow, then we have task settings. You can see this is 294 square meters. You can go here. We just needed the app just did this. Make the cutting pattern. You see, it's quite straight lines. I forgot to say these here are no-go zones. The yellow ones I created, so the Luba will never go in these zones. It will go around them. You can see the path here. It does mean some areas around will not be cut, but we can change that or do it manually. Okay, task mode. We have high grass, then it's preset, efficient cutting, fine cutting. You can see the grid changed, and we have customize. Here you can change the path spacing 20, and this is centimeters, to, let's see how far it goes, 35. So you can make path from 20 to 35. Let's set it to 25 again. The speed, how fast do you want your Luba to mow? Obstacle detection. You can see here, you can set it off and it will not detect any obstacles. You can bypass after the collision sensor is triggered. The collision sensor is the bumper on the Luba. And level 2, that means Luba will not smash into things with the bumper. It will use the ultrasonic sensors to avoid hitting something. Yes, you can do single grid or double grid. I'll show you how double grid works. You can boundary cutting, that's the white lines around the lawn. You can check that off. And cutting root angle, let's set it to, let's say, 30 degrees, then it will replan it. As you can see now, the lines are angled, and that will give something else. And now with double pattern, so you can see the Luba will go in small patterns, like lines in the one direction and then turn around to the other direction, like this. Okay. And if we go segment mode, we can do it like this. Okay, you can see what happened here. If I want Luba to cut this little path around the charging station in one angle and the rest of the lawn in another angle, then segment mode is the way to go. Yes. Yeah, that's about it. So, if we want to change the cutting height, we do it here, or we can go down to, I think it's 30 millimeters. Yes, I cut my grass at 4.5, 45 millimeters now. Schedule. You can choose area 1, 2, and 3 because I have 3 areas. You can confirm. The more lines you have, the longer this takes. Okay, time. You can do it every Sunday, every Saturday. Start time, let's say 4 p.m. Then the task is set to do this every Saturday at 4 p.m. Remember to change this again. Sometimes it changes back. Then you press save, and the Luba will not start now. It will start Saturday at 4 p.m. Yes. We'll close that. And if we want to start mowing right now, we do not press schedule. Like this. I'll just zoom in, and now it doesn't matter what the height. This is just a test. Press start, and this menu shows up. Then you'll see quite fast the Luba is moving. You can see how many percentage you moved out of the total, and you can see the remaining time. Then you can pause it. That will pop up a new menu that says continue, recharge, or end. Or you can change the cutting height. So if you cut half the lawn, now you'll cut the other half in a different height. If you want to continue, just press the button. And you can choose from breakpoint or in front of the breakpoint. You'll just take breakpoint. Then we're back, and Luba is continuing. You can also on the go change the cutting height. Then you can pause again. And I want to end my task now. I don't want to mow the lawn. Then the last button up here, recharge. Now Luba is finding its way home. And this is all without wires in the ground. No perimeter wire. So this is very nice. And now the Luba will make a turn because it has to back up in the charging station. And it's backing up. And it's home. So now it's ready again. It's in the charging station, and it will charge if it wasn't at 100%. That's it for the app. I hope this made a good point. Remember, I have a referral link in the description. Not costing you anything, but helping my channel grow for free for you. So if you want a Luba by yourself, you can press the link and buy one. Bye bye.